scripture in 1 Corinthians, the first chapter, verse number 25 through verse number 29 is basically our focal scripture. And it simply says, because the foolishness of God is wiser than man. Can you just imagine that? I mean, the foolishness of God. If he had any foolishness, it'd be wiser than man. And the weakness of God is stronger than man. That if there was any weakness about God, it would be stronger than man. And I like that because they're saying a whole lot about God. It says, for you see your calling, brethren. Okay? And he's telling us how that not many wise men after the flesh, okay, all educated up, intellectually smart, thinking that they all of that and know everything, don't have to go to school anymore. I've been to all the schools. I'm through now. I'm smart enough. I done reached my peak. You say God didn't call any of those. Not many wise men after the flesh. And then not many mighty, not many noble are called. And God does this for a particular purpose. He's trying to prove something. He's trying to prove to all those intellectually think that they are smart, intelligent personnel with doctors and PhDs and everything else that have been to the best universities. He's trying to prove to them that he is God. Okay? I don't need you. Okay? You don't have to go to OU and be a graduate for me to use you. Matter of fact, I'd rather that you didn't. Remember? Yeah. That's why he was talking to the church at Laodicea and says that you neither hot nor cold. I wish that you were one or the other. But because you are lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth. He cares because if you were hot, you'd be on fire for the Lord. And if you were cold, I could heat you up. I can look at the apostles as they were cold. God knew he could heat them up. Okay? They wasn't lukewarm. Because God can't use a lukewarm Christian.
Right.
He wants you either hot or cold. And he chose to use those that was cold so he could build a fire up under them and take what they was and change them into what he would have them to be so that he could use them. He says in that verse number 27, but God has chosen, he did this, okay? He chosen the foolish things of the world, okay? Foolish things. When I look at the foolish things, you want someone to go out and propagate the world and spread the gospel to the world. And he chose the foolish things. Got some people that no one else would ever suspect or expect that he would use. Old fishermen. Only quality that they actually had was they knew how to fish. But God looked at the quality that they had and was thinking, well, I'm going to need someone to fish for men. They already know how to fish. I'm going to just have to change their intellect and show them what type of bait they're going to have to start using now and how to fish for certain kind of fish or people. That was God. That's why he chose them. I'm going to take this stupid tax collector. Don't nobody like him. But one thing about it, he know how to count money. He know how to manage money. He know how to cheat people. Okay? He know how to bribe people. Okay? But I'm going to take old Matthew and I'm going to change him. He's not going to collect taxes anymore. He's going to collect people. Okay? That's what I'm going to have to teach him how to do. But I can use him because I'm going to choose the foolish things of the world. Why are you going to do that, Lord? I'm going to do that to confound the wise. You think you wise? I'm going to confound you. God is still confounding doctors even today. People go to the hospital with cancer. Those doctors call themselves wise, smart, intelligent, educated. And some things they don't understand. How did it disappear? I know I've seen this with my own eyes. We x-rayed it. We took a biopsy. And I know it was there. But then they look again and they don't see anything, Sister Jackie. They are confounded. They have no explanation whatsoever. I don't know what happened to it. And half of them is afraid to say, but God. But God did it. Now some of them will give God the credit, but not all of them. Right. Because they think it's foolish to give God some credit Huh? For doing something that they don't understand, when man think that he can understand everything and get evidence or explanation from everything that happened. I can rationalize, I can use my reason, I can use my logic, I can use my scientific explanations, I can use something to find out why this particular thing took place or disappeared. But God chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And God, that's a key word, God has chosen the weak things of the world. I don't care how weak you are, because when you are weak, that's when he is strong. That's why he chose the weak things. He don't want you around flexing your muscles. Like you all that strong. That's why he chose the weak things to confound the things that are mighty. That's what God can do. But you got to realize that God is the one that makes the difference